Welcome to the Success Library. Thanks for joining. Drop a comment, share your thoughts, and let us know which book you'd love to see next.
Episode 17. The Role of Room for Error. How the smartest people expect to be wrong. Imagine you're walking a tightrope, but there's no safety net underneath. Even if you've practiced 1,000 times, would you still feel safe? That's what it's like when people live without a margin of error in their financial lives. One surprise, and they're wiped out. In this episode, we're diving into one of the least flashy, but most powerful financial concepts. Room for error. Morgan Housel writes, "You can be wrong half the time and still make a fortune, if you give yourself room to survive." Let's unpack that. Most people build their plans assuming everything will go right. They'll always have their job. The market will keep going up. They'll never get sick. Nothing big will break or go wrong. And sure, sometimes that works out. But when it doesn't, it's not just disappointing. It's devastating. Because without margin, even small mistakes become major disasters. Room for error means building your life with cushion, with space to absorb shocks, with enough slack that things can go wrong, and you'll still be okay. It's not pessimism. It's realism. Let me give you a real example. A woman named Tanya saved hard and invested everything into real estate. It was working great until interest rates spiked and housing prices dropped. Suddenly, her income dried up. She had no backup plan. Within months, she had to sell her home. Had she kept a year of cash savings or diversified just a bit, she would have been fine. That's the cost of having no margin. But here's the thing. Room for error isn't just about avoiding disaster. It's about giving yourself confidence. When you know you have a backup, you take smarter risks. You act with more patience. You don't panic when something goes wrong because you planned for it. Here are 5 ways to build more room for error into your financial life. 1. Keep more cash than you think you need. Yes, even in a world where people say, don't let your money sit. Cash is a buffer. It buys time and peace. 2. Avoid maxing out debt, even if you can afford it. The future is uncertain. Just because the bank says you qualify doesn't mean it's smart. 3. Invest conservatively with money you actually need. If losing it would change your life, don't gamble with it. 4. Add buffers in your calendar too. Time is a resource. Don't schedule every minute. Leave space for life to happen. 5. Know your worst-case scenario and build for it. If the worst happened, could you survive? If not, what needs to change? One of the smartest moves you'll ever make is lowering the odds that you'll need to be perfect. Because perfect doesn't exist. Plans go sideways. Markets crash. Health fails. Unexpected bills land on your lap. And when you've given yourself no room, one problem can undo years of progress. But when you've built cushion, you keep going. Think of Warren Buffett. One of the reasons he's succeeded isn't just that he's brilliant, it's that he's survived. He's stayed in the game for decades. And that's what this chapter is really about. Survival. The goal isn't to be the flashiest, or the fastest growing, or the luckiest. The goal is to last, to endure, to still be standing long after others have burned out or blown up. Here's the bottom line. Room for error isn't weakness. It's strength in disguise. It says, I know life is unpredictable and I'm ready anyway. Next time, we'll talk about how much we all change over time and why it's dangerous to build a life based on who you are today instead of who you're becoming.